One of the questions I'm most asked in my workshops is, Rachelle, how do I take care of those moments when I'm really triggered? And what I do is refer people to the work of Daniel Goleman, who's written about intelligence and relational intelligence. And he talks about how the amount of time we have between the stimulus we experience and our response to it is 1/4 of a second. Now, that is not a lot of time. And in fact, it's a brilliant design because in moments when our life is under threat, that's hopefully enough time, and it's not always enough time, but at least it's enough time for us to mobilize. And so in that moment, there's some really big things that are happening within the body, which include the heart rate, the breath, and really importantly, for people wondering about what to do in moments of conflict, is that our blood is being redistributed. And what it does is it goes to our extremities. And this enables us to move fast, hit hard, protect ourselves, whatever it is that we need to do. And since it's going to our extremities, it means it's leaving a part of our bodies. And where it's leaving is the neocortex. And so our ability to reason is hugely compromised in moments like that. So when it comes to conflict situations, the same systems are activated, and yet we're not physically under threat. But there is something that is under threat. Maybe it's our identity, our belief system, our sense of who we are. Whatever it is, what's important is that we have something available to us that we can act on. And really the thing that we could do that's most available is our breath. And when you just stop and recognize, okay, my life is not under threat, and just take a deep breath. And what that will do is it brings you back into a calmer state so that your blood can then go back to your neocortex and you can reason. I also have made something available to people, and you can get this from my website. It's under the resource section, and I will include the link, and it's called the Moment of Choice Rescue Card. And here you hold it up and it says, despite appearances, I want to work this out with you. Because let's be honest, in those moments, you do not look like somebody who wants to work it out with the other person, because you're usually, pretty angry. And so at least this is something that you can do to start to change the default, to hit the reset button. Because in those moments, we're coming from a mini-me place and we don't have the larger perspective, and we will so easily say things that we'll regret. So that's what it says on this site. Despite appearances, I want to work this out with you. And then on the other side, you can read out loud and it says, wow, I need to stop right now. I'm becoming reactive and I don't have the level of clarity required to relate in a genuinely supportive and productive manner. I'm going to take a time out and would like to revisit this with you once I have regained my composure so I can better hear you and work this out. So that's what it says on this side. So like I said, this is available for download. You can just print it off, and I've gotten lots of feedback that this, in fact, is helpful to people. You just need to have something available to you to stop you from going onto that roller coaster ride that you'll usually later regret. So I hope that's helpful to you, and thanks for tuning in.